You see these standings right here? The New England Patriots have a game and a half up on the Buffalo Bills, a full-on game and a half, and it's looking extremely well for the Patriots. And we're going to talk about how an MVP candidate and also how the Super Bowl window is now open in just the first year with head coach Mike Vrabel. Welcome into Patriots Today by Chat Sports. I am your host, Brett Alper. Here's your full AFC playoff picture if the playoffs started today. And you see the Indianapolis Colts at 1-8-2. Unfortunately, they did not lose to the Falcons. It was in overtime. And somehow, some way, I don't know if it's strength of schedule, but with the Patriots winning, they dropped to 3 even though they're tied. But all of the first 3 teams are tied, and then the Steelers are at 5-3. But you see the Bills at 6-3 and the Jags at 5-4. So if the playoffs started today, you would play the Buffalo Bills the opening weekend of the wild card. The Patriots Super Bowl window has now opened. And I know at the beginning of the season we were talking about, I don't know if we want to talk about Super Bowl or anything. The kind of goal was just the playoffs. But now at 8-2, a 7th straight win, the Patriots window has opened, and you have to start respecting them. The entire NFL has to start respecting them as Super Bowl contenders because, honestly, they're one of the best teams of football. Coming off the win in Tampa Bay, a 6-2 team coming off a bye, that is an impressive win. Nobody can talk about that BS where they're like, hey, you didn't play anybody. Well, guess what? The Patriots just did, and now they're for real. They're for real. But it's Victory Monday, everybody. The 7th straight Victory Monday. I kind of forgot what losing is like. And if a loss happens, well, it's going to be rough for me. But I'm not putting on bad juju. Go down in the comments. Spam W's. Let's celebrate this win because it's a big win. Tampa Bay Bucks are very, very good. So let me know. Go down in the comments and show all the love and spam your W's. So I kind of just want to talk about Drake Maye, starting with that. And honestly, he's my MVP. He is playing out of his freaking mind right now. And honestly, everybody else is finally starting to respect him as the NFL MVP. Because if you look at the odds, according to Vegas, whether it's any sports book, look who's the favorite. It's Drake Maye at plus 275. Matthew Stafford right behind him. But Drake Maye is getting the respect that he deserves. He is playing like the best quarterback in football right now. Josh Allen was the favorite, and then after losing to the Miami Dolphins, something the Patriots have not done, well, he gets to jump. And 8-2, you got to admit, the Patriots wouldn't be here without him. And just to prove just how good Drake Maye is, this comes from Greg Harvey, Between the Numbs on Twitter. Players in NFL history to have 2,500 plus passing yards, 70% completion percentage, 250 rushing yards, and 5 fewer interceptions through 10 games of a season. There's only one guy to do it, just one, and it's Drake Maye. And we talk about just how good he is passing. Yesterday against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, I know the completion percentage isn't super great. It's just over 50%, but 270 yards. And this man is slinging the rock. Like, a lot of the charts we look at throughout the NFL, a lot of people are checking the ball down. Well, Drake Maye's throwing the ball all over the place. It's not one specific area that you can look at where it's like, oh, the left side, oh, the right side, oh, the middle of the field. He has a deep bomb to Matt Collins yesterday for 54 yards. Only 3 checkdowns, really. He's throwing the ball like crazy. And there's one play I want to specifically point out where I just was like, okay, he's my MVP. It kind of locked it up. I mean, we're only halfway through the NFL season, but it's this play right here. 3rd and 7, a huge play of the game. 3:19 left in the third. And you could see Drake Maye right there. Well, the biggest thing that I take away from that is there's 2 hands on the ball. Remember last week against the Falcons? He only had 1. He fixed that mistake right there. And he breaks the tackle. And then later, going down to later in the play, 4 defenders in front of him. He takes the hit, finds his man, Matt Collins, open, completes the pass, keeps the drive going. That is what MVP quarterbacks do, and just his pocket presence, just his able to be composed under pressure shows that how he is the franchise quarterback. Like they said it yesterday in ESPN's pregame show, Jeff Darlington, you're not the future, you're the present, and he's our franchise quarterback. Now, all the good comes with the bad. You're not perfect, and he's still my MVP quarterback. But you have to criticize Maye for that bonehead mistake he did in the fourth quarter yesterday. The game could have been locked up. You could have went up 8, and I said it, just don't make a turnover. Rolls out, tries to force the ball into Matt Collins' hands, throws an interception. And the defense stepped up, and we'll talk about the defense on the back end, but those are rookie mistakes that cannot happen down the line. But if you look at the picture, he had 2 hands on the ball. After making the mistake against the Falcons, he only had 1. That week it was 2. So he watches film, he gets better, and obviously I don't think that mistake is going to happen. And also you win the game. And Mike Vrabel had a quote last week that I absolutely loved, and it was, "We're going to learn from winning so we don't have to learn from losing." And that is a perfect quote to represent Drake Maye, to represent this entire Patriots team. You made the mistake last week of holding the ball with only 1 hand. You saw this week. I just showed you a picture. 2 hands on the ball. He made a mistake this week, rolling out, throwing an interception. I guarantee you that doesn't happen again. He'll just toss it away, take the points. But they're learning. It's a learning experience, and this team is getting better and better and better as the season progresses. And so is Drake Maye. I mean, that deep ball throw was absolutely perfect. Just some of the throws he makes is unbelievable, man. He's my MVP. I wish I put money on him when he was plus 10,000 at week 2. Shout out to Babs on Twitter. He did. And he said, put some respect on it. And I was like, let's pump the brakes. But now, all in, bought in. So go down in the comments, spam your MVPs, because Drake Maye is here, and he might be the face of the league at one point, if we don't want to talk about Patrick Mahomes. But that's too early to tell. It's only the second year. On the back half of the video, though, we're going to talk about the defense, because there's 3 sides to football, and the Patriots offense looks really good. But the defense is specifically helping out more than anything, winning games. Now, before we do that, I got to tell you about this deal that's going on. You can get a Patriots hoodie that is 60% off, ladies and gentlemen. I showed it to you yesterday during the watch party. It's still on sale, I think so. Go down to chatsports.com/Patriots hoodie. It's on sale, almost 60% off. It's like $70. And you can get it, I think right now, if you use a code, it's less than $39.99. So if you want to take advantage of that, go down in the comments, click the link, chatsports.com/Patriots hoodie. You support the show, and you also support the Patriots. You get a nice little hoodie for yourself as it gets colder and colder. It was 35 degrees in Dallas today. 35. Unbelievable. That's why I'm wearing a hoodie. But on to the defense. There's 2 players that I want to give a shout-out to because they have been unbelievable for this season, and both having, I want to say K'Lavon Chaisson's having more of a career year than Christian Gonzalez, but Christian Gonzalez is just showing that he is, in my opinion, one of the best cornerbacks in football. Here are his stats yesterday against Tampa Bay, and he was lined up on Emeka Egbuka most of the time. 47 coverage snaps, 11 targets. They tried to target Christian Gonzalez. Only 4 catches allowed, 56 yards allowed, 2 forced, 2 PBUs, 0 touchdowns, 4 tackles, and, of course, 1 BS penalty, but it was a penalty. He held him. And on the season, he's only played 7 games because he missed the first couple of games with the hamstring injury. But he has just been unreal. They have targeted him 37 times, allowing only 12 completions, 196 yards, 7 PBUs, and 0 touchdowns. Christian Gonzalez has yet to allow a touchdown. When they get in the red zone, they're targeting Carlton Davis. They're targeting Marcus Jones when they get the bigger wide receiver on the slot. But 37-12, that's what? A 38% completion percentage, if that. He's the best quarterback in football, ladies and gentlemen. Pat Surtain, sure, no. Derek Stingley, no. It's Christian Gonzalez. Like Sauce Gardner was getting cooked by Drake London yesterday. And Gonzo kind of locked up Drake London. It was a great matchup. But he is the best cornerback in football. And we know Christian Gonzalez is eligible for a contract extension a year from now or after the season. He's going to get paid. He's probably going to get $140 million total for 4 years. And you got to pay him now because the Patriots are winning games with Christian Gonzalez. There was a big pass breakup on multiple occasions yesterday where Baker Mayfield was looking for his target, and Gonzo was there to break it up. He's one of the best players on the team and one of the leaders on this team. But then we got to talk about the defense, like the defensive line. K'Lavon Chaisson was on a 1-year deal with the Patriots, came over from Las Vegas, and he was solid. But now he has 6.5 career sacks. On that 4th down play, 4th and 3, who was the one to get pressure? K'Lavon Chaisson. Who was the one to always bring the blitz, get sacks? He's having a career year, and we have to credit him with just how good this defense is because he's making a big impact. Now, when you look at the Patriots defense, there's a lot of bend, don't break with this team. They drive all the way downfield. I mean, Baker almost had 300 yards passing. But when the defense needs to make a play, it just seems like they always do. Down in the fourth quarter, when Baker Mayfield's driving, the Patriots stopped him on 3rd down and 3 and 4th down and 3. Every single time the Patriots need a stop. The week before, against the Atlanta Falcons, it was 3rd down and 20. They stopped them. The Patriots are always getting the needy stops, but it seems like at the beginning of the game, they're always kind of letting up multiple yards, multiple plays, a couple touchdowns, but they get together in the fourth quarter, and they perform extremely well. And it all starts with the head coach. And I saw a tweet from a Falcons fan that said, "This is how you coach." And I have never seen that in my 2 years of having Raheem Morris as the coach. It's hilarious, but it starts with that guy. Mike Vrabel is bringing this team together, and it seems like they're extremely bought in, and they trust each other. And Christian Gonzalez talked about just how good of a coach Vrabel is after the game yesterday against Tampa Bay. He said it never just comes down to defense or offense, but we want to be in those big moments as a defense. Vrabel gathered us up and said, go out there and have fun. Do what we do. Go make a play, get a stop, and get the ball back to Drake. Mike Vrabel trusts the defense, and also Christian Gonzalez and all of his teammates trust each other. And it seems like they're just bought in. Go look at the video of Mac Hollins after winning the game, after the 4th down stop. He was celebrating his ass off. But here's the stats against the Bucs. 2 sacks, 5 QB hits, a lot of passes defended, 3 touchdowns allowed. I put an asterisk there because it was in the final 30 seconds. They let up a garbage time touchdown. It is what it is. Do I think it would have happened if they would have just knelt down? No. And then the 3rd down percentage. They were awesome on 3rd down. And the defense steps up. And I'm starting to think that this defense could be a top 5 in the league because they're going up against good offenses. They're going up against solid teams. Baker Mayfield is one of the best quarterbacks in football, and you stopped him yesterday. So I'll ask you guys before we get on out of here. Is this a top defense in the NFL? I think so. Go down in the comments. Let me know. Give me a Y for yes or give me an M for no. They're Super Bowl contenders, ladies and gentlemen. I think the Patriots have a true shot of making a run in this playoffs. And you know what? If they do, we're still going to be here with you all the way there. From today all the way until hopefully February. So you don't want to miss out. Hit that sub button right now to not miss any Patriots content. And as always, let's go Pats.